Drove basically all the way to Eswatini, thinking Speed would be there. He wasn't. Sparked up the stream, realized he was in Johannesburg, turned around because he can drive from these cities, and then hung like a bat. Like, try to talk to a security guard. He looks at me and says, "Don't touch me." It's like, I'm sort of at a loss of words.
When you start acting like someone's shadow, of course, people are going to take a step back because what is wrong with you? So, we've all been following ISHOWSPEED's journey as he tours Africa. We've seen the wholesome moments and encounters he's been having with Africans across the continent. How much he's been vibing with them and their cultures. These experiences that we thankfully have the opportunity to witness ourselves online virtually has led people to tears.
I've been watching Speed streams, and I'm seeing all the love that he's getting in Angola. He's in South Africa, and he's getting massive amount of love, and the way that he was treated in Europe was disgusting. But to see him be a black man from the United States of African descent and be able to go back to the continent and be treated like a human by civilized African people.
Man, this whole time, bro, they made us think Africa was such a poor country, bro, such a place you wouldn't want to be at, bro. And Speed is single-handedly changing my perspective on life. Like, the music in Africa, the culture, everything, every single aspect of Africa just makes my insides feel so good, bro.
Some others are shocked that we have cars and Wi-Fi in Africa.
Yo, so I'm kind of confused. Like, ISHOWSPEED's in Africa, and like, how? Like, they have Wi-Fi. I never knew that. And like, they have cars, houses. Like, it's crazy. I never knew that.
They got buildings. They got power. Not yet. They got towers. Swear on everything, bro. I thought it was just clay and tribes and tents, bro. Yeah, cause the ground be like, you know, like that red orange type of clay, bro. Chat, don't act like I'm stupid.
Crazy, bro. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Right now, bro, Kenya might be going to crazy out of this whole tour. Kenya might be going to crazies, bro.
As an African watching some of these reactions, I was like, wow, really?
I knew Africa had a bad PR, but I had no idea how bad it was until I started watching the reactions to the famous American streamer ISHOWSPEED's tour in Africa. So many people are shocked that Africa doesn't look like huts and poverty everywhere, and honestly, I'm more shocked that you're shocked. My flabber is gasted.
I mean, of course, unfortunately, we have our issues, right? Which other continents have issues as well. But the fact that he had to take a streamer to come down to Africa for people to know in big 2026 that we live the same way that other people around the world live. We have the same things that other people have. But, I mean, it happened the way it happened. So, what can I say? Man is single-handedly tearing down years upon years of propaganda about Africa and Africans, and we are here for it. Africans are presently making jokes about the situation and talking about how now people are no longer going to be believing us when we talk about how we have pet lions and how we sleep on trees. Please don't stop donating. We need the money. And that's been fun. And vice versa, you see some Westerners talking about how, okay, so if Africa looks like that and Africans are living like that, where are all their donation money? Like, where has it been going to? You also see people talking about how, well, go and ask the people you have been giving your money to, donating this money to, because we've not been receiving anything, which is true, actually, because I've never in my life seen any of the donated funds, and I'm wondering why. Because what do you mean for years now people have been donating funds to help me an African and have not received a dime. Like, can we look into that, please? But jokes apart, aside from ISHOWSPEED tearing down years of propaganda about our beautiful continent and us as a people, excuse me, he has also been educating people on neocolonialism and what that looks like on the continent. That video of him trying to buy a diamond in Botswana is a good example of what I'm talking about right now.
Okay, what if I want to buy these? I want to buy one of these diamonds.
If you want to buy one of these diamonds,
Yeah, who do I talk to?
you'd have to talk to De Beers or the site holders because we don't sell. We only have 2 customers. So we can make
But I can't be a customer. This is my first time in Botswana.
we can make arrangements for you to buy diamonds.
Yes.
But these are rough.
Yeah, I know, but what if I want to buy a rough diamond?
No, we only sell rough to 2 customers.
And then maybe you can talk.
Is that part of your contract? Y'all can only sell to those 2 customers.
That's part of the contract.
Okay.
And just to highlight, these are all natural diamonds.
Because what do you mean these people can't even sell their own diamonds, right? So these are, some of the things that we'll be talking about. And we cannot talk about ISHOWSPEED tour here on the continent without talking about that monitoring spirit that was following him around, trying to basically leech off of him. And yes, right now I'm talking about the White Speed guy. Because what do you mean you've been following this guy around right from even when he was in the US, traveling from state to state, you've been tracking him down?
When White Speed got on the scene, everything was innocent at first. He met him during his USA tour, was following him around. It was a funny bit.
I guess at first you could say when it first started, it was fun or it was cute. He was spontaneous, popping out of lakes.
That might be the most insane thing ever. This dude was hiding in a lake just to pop out and see him.
You could even see ISHOWSPEED in some of this clip, kind of open to what was going on. But then it trickled down into something that just like borderline insane. And then his name is White Speed. Like, what kind of colonizer? And now that he's come down to Africa for his tour, you travel down to Africa as well and you're following him around from country to country.
He's coming in, stream sniping Speed, but he's also colonizing his entire brand. This was ISHOWSPEED doing the tribal stream in Eswatini. White Speed ripped the same idea, was at the same tribe doing the exact same thing. Another big part of Speed's brand is that he's fast and he races people. Well, guess what White Speed was doing in Africa?
What kind of monitoring spirit activity is this?
Drove basically all the way to Eswatini, thinking Speed would be there. He wasn't. Sparked up the stream, realized he was in Johannesburg, turned around because he can drive from these cities, and then hung like a bat. Unfortunately, it seems like I didn't want to be recognized by the team, so.
Speed and his team don't owe you any obligation to recognize you. If they don't want you around, they don't want you around. I mean, if they wanted you there, they would have let you know of their itinerary. But you don't know. That's the sign right there that you are not needed around. They don't want you there. But the team don't want to recognize me. What? This is the entitlement we'll be talking about. The caucasity. This is it. In broad daylight, on the continent. Hey! Wahala daughter rapper. At some point, like as you can imagine, ISHOWSPEED got sick and tired of the guy because who wouldn't? Like it's uncomfortable. It's basically everywhere. Everywhere you turn, you see this person.
This African shit.
When you start acting like someone's shadow, of course, people are going to take a step back because what is wrong with you?
Speed's team on numerous occasions has told White Speed, leave us alone. It seemed like yesterday he was gonna go back home and pack it up, but now he's back saying that he's not gonna give up and he's gonna keep going. Stream snipe Speed again, and as you can see, they're just annoyed of you, bro, because you're leeching. And even in Speed's comm, they said this was White Speed before White Speed, talking about White Boy M. And Slips, Speed's cameraman, responded, and he was in his own lane. You cannot make this up. Doing this during an African tour is crazy. He's trying to extract Speed for everything that he can get.
Not only did he take the guy's name and added White to it, he follows Speed around and tries to grow off of the guy. Like he's basically capitalizing off of ISHOWSPEED's name and his brand, the name and brand that the young man spent years building, working on, creating to the point where it's what it is today. And he just went to show up as a white guy and just like, you know, benefit off of that, like ride off of that. I mean, this is why they call them people colonizers, because like, what else would you call this? And it's crazy because like, this person could settle down and build his own thing from scratch, like ISHOWSPEED did, like the majority of content creators did, right? They settle down and they do their own thing and make their own name and build their own brand, and people get known, or people know them rather for their style. But this is someone who is lazy, obviously. He don't want to have to do the work. He just wants to ride on someone else. And that's what makes the situation like, you know, very sinister, weird, uncomfortable to watch. And as if all of these aren't bad enough, he then had the audacity to make this video where he was complaining, talking about how ISHOWSPEED security basically were, I guess, limiting his access to the guy. He's playing victim. Basically wanted to put ISHOWSPEED in these bad lights.
Like try to talk to a security guard. And he looks at me and says, "Don't touch me." It's like, I'm sort of at a loss of words.
God damn, sometimes I feel like black people can't have shit.
I mean, even got so bad that Speed's manager had to unfollow him on Instagram.
To be completely honest, Ames unfollowed me on Instagram. He unfollowed me on Instagram today, which was kind of insane to me. So clearly, to you guys, not scripted. But
for good reason, because like, this is weird. I don't even follow the guy and I want to unfollow him. I mean, as crazy as it is, yes, we can say, oh, this is embarrassing, but it's only embarrassing for someone that has shame at the end of the day. Yesterday, I saw a video that was posted to TikTok a week ago, and it was from this creator that was calling him out basically for his behavior. And we see this same guy in the comment section talking about some crying emoji. I promise I'm trying my best just to make the tour better and have fun. Sending you love, bro. Heart emoji. And the creator responded back saying, bro, they don't want you there. It's not making things better. Better to pursue your own thing. Like, why are you trying to mirror someone else and suck from them? It's weird. I saw another comment of him still in that same comment section. He said it's all love and for fun at the end of the day, heart emoji. Hope no one takes it too seriously and knows that I am trying my best to be a good, funny person. And someone else responded back to him saying, leave Speed alone. Like, straight to the point, leave the guy alone. Go be your own good and funny person somewhere else. And he's still on the continent, by the way, being a menace. Yesterday, I saw a video of him talking about how he wants to go to Egypt.
if you're an Egyptian content creator specifically, or just any African content creator, but specifically Egyptian content creator, hit me up. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. I'll be out there in the next couple days, so I appreciate you guys a lot.
Guess who is in Egypt right now? Yeah, ISHOWSPEED.
It's borderline stalking. Everywhere ISHOWSPEED shows up, he shows up. And it's actually rude because he's literally challenging his fan base. He's literally challenging his name by literally creating an opposite brand of his.
And I said earlier that he's been a menace because he's still on the continent. And now he's bugging Africans, making videos talking about some, he needs us to come and help him. He's on the continent alone. It's not been easy. He needs cameramen. He needs crew. He needs people that will help to be showing him around.
Guys, I'm in Africa all alone by myself, traveling from country to country, to city, experiencing cultures that I've never experienced before, embracing it to the fullest degree, all by myself now, all alone. But with that comes challenges. I need a cameraman. I need people that be willing to show me around these beautiful countries and places, and so much more. Money's getting tight. So if you guys are from Africa, please shoot me a DM. I'd love to meet you, be part of the culture, fully integrate myself with anyone that's willing to host me or take me around. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's go, never give up.
This comment says, bro, just go home and be safe. Trust me, for real, because we are tired. What do you mean we should help you? Now we send you this message. Did we invite you? Did we, like, if you want to come and tour, see the way ISHOWSPEED now is touring, he's not asking anybody to come and help him do this, help him do that. He's doing his thing by himself because he prepared come. Now you want us to come and be doing this, that, and the third for you. Notice how in the video the words that he used was help, not someone or a team that he's going to employ that are going to be getting paid for their labor, their time. You noticed it? Because these people are not going to be getting anything. He don't intend to pay anybody jack for nothing. Not only did he come on the continent to be a monetary spirit, now he wants to leash off of Africans' labor. Now he wants to stress us African people for nothing. And if you are going to say, oh, he probably did not mean it like that when he said help, he's definitely going to pay them. Ain't no way he's not going to pay these people well. Tell me why then am I seeing a video of someone who is talking about how they've been working with him, but they've not gotten a dime.
Only from America to Africa? How do you know I was gonna be here?
By the grace of God.
Bro, this is mad.
I found out during the Africa tour that White Speed had somebody in Speed's team giving him all the information. My name is Maba and I was the person who was 24/7 with White Speed during the Africa tour. Stream sniping Speed across the continent. I helped him gain over 100 million views across social media within 10 days. During this tour, I was working the whole day with little sleep, helping with the stream snipes. Once the snipes was done, setting up the live streams, from getting the SIM cards to being his cameraman. When we got back to our accommodation, I was editing his content till late night. With my small marketing agency, I saw this as a great opportunity to show my skills, make a name out of myself, and grow together. So I agreed to help White Speed if he covered all my expenses and grow together. But from the start, when we met on the 29th in South Africa, it already started wrong. He didn't expect to pay for my food or drinks. I had to cover it all myself. I told him I'm already leaving money on the table and I don't have the finance also to lose money doing this trip. As a compensation for my work, I asked him if I could promote my agency with a small logo overlay in the corner during the Twitch live streams. Just a small thing, but he wasn't willing to allow that, but offered to split the subscriptions 50-50. It was a nice gesture at that time. But eventually I realized he never wanted mutual growth, only growth for himself while avoiding all the risks. Still, I continued working with him until I saw it more clearly. I was good for the work and that's all what he cared about. Like when locals help us, he would let them pay everything. Or if he paid, it was very little. And he never discussed the price beforehand, putting them in an awkward situation. They couldn't say no. During the trip, I also found out that somebody from Speed's team, someone who he met doing Speed Does America, was giving him all the information behind Speed's back. It became clearer and clearer. He was using people, saying whatever they wanted to hear and make sure he got all the benefits while others took all the risks. That's when I knew it was time to stop. I told him I quit and I asked him to book my flight back. Instead, he demanded that he use the Twitch subs, the same subs he promised me, to pay for the ticket. I didn't have the money to cover it myself, so I agreed.
That is why some of these people, and they can never beat the colonizer allegations. Never. Because what do you mean somebody has been working for you and you refuse to pay? I mean, the red flags, from the very beginning, we could see it.
That guy that is following Speed around and calling himself White Speed is a good example of what destiny swapping looks like when it's not successful. It's a good example of what destiny swapping looks like when the destinies are not going to get swapped. Like, it's a good example of what, like, a destiny swapping attempt looks like. Because there's no reason I should know that you're trying to destiny swap with that boy before you even swap destinies. Like, people aren't supposed to know that you're trying to destiny swap until you already swapped the destiny. So the fact I can see it is just like, oh, you failed. Like, the entire because first, your whole thing is White Speed, but there's, like, he's not Black Speed. He's just Speed. So then it's like, why are you trying, like, why are you trying to like minimize him down to just being like black when that really has nothing to do with like him as a person? And then you're trying to separate it to be like, oh, I'm everything Speed is, but I'm white. But you're not. You're just a boring white man. Like, it's so crazy how boring white people, like mediocre boring white people, can really just like latch themselves onto a black person and just constantly steal and siphon off of that black person's energy until they end up like taking and stealing everything that belonged to that person. But I don't know, but maybe Speed has somebody protecting him. Maybe he got some witches like somewhere, but that boy, it's not happening. Like what you're trying to get, it's not happening. Like I'm watching it and it's very clear that like you were trying to feed and siphon off of that boy's energy, and instead he's doing it to you. Instead, he is feeding and siphoning off of your energy, turning you into a joke and a fool, and using you to further himself. And that's what y'all need to understand about this spiritual warfare shit, is that that boy probably went in there trying to destiny swap with Speed without ever knowing what destiny swapping is. He probably just wanted to take an opportunity to steal from that man, and he thought he would be able to get away with it because he's white Speed. But what he didn't realize is like, this is a spiritual world. It's way deeper than whatever the fuck he thinks is going on. And that's why instead of siphoning off the energy from Speed, if you go look at it, Speed is siphoning his energy. Speed is feeding off of that man. And pretty soon, nobody is going to remember that man. He's just going to be something that like helped Speed propel himself, because people like started like looking into him. They started liking him because there was a white man trying to destiny swap with him. And in that process, Speed is just going to siphon off of all of that man's energy and use it to advance himself. So yeah, you guys need to stop, because we're not doing that destiny swapping anymore. It's 2025. Bitches know what you're doing. Bitches are protected.
So that's basically a quick rundown of what's been going on with Speed's tour here in Africa. I just want to come here and give you guys like a very quick as it can possibly be, video about all of the details that I have found. And yeah, what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I'll be catching you in the next one.